Dear students, welcome to my online school, Khulna. I hope that you are well by the grace of Almighty Allah. I am also fine. Dear students, today I will discuss most important and interesting topics in English grammar. Do you guess what is this? Yes, that is simple, complex, and compound. It is the part of transformation of sentences. Dear students, before going to elaborate discussion, I am introducing myself. This is Shahabuddin Alam, Assistant Teacher, Kamarali Multilateral High School, Kolarua, Satkhira. Dear students, already I informed you that today I will discuss simple, complex, and compound. It is the parts of transformation of sentences. Most of the students think that simple, complex, and compound is very difficult for him, but I am sure that after finishing my class, all the students can be changed simple to complex, complex to simple, compound to simple very easily. Dear students, if you want to change simple to complex, complex to compound, compound to simple very easily, you must have lot of knowledge, phrases and clauses. So at first I will discuss phrases and clauses. Phrase and clause. Phrase and clause. Clause. Dear students, do you know what is phrase, what is clause, what is phrase, what is clause? What is the difference between phrase and clause? Phrase. Phrase. What is phrase? A phrase is a group of words whereas no subject and predicate. For example, at 4 o'clock I met my friend. I met my friend. Here, closing the door at 4 o'clock is a phrase. Here, closing the door and at 4 o'clock is a phrase. There is no finite verb. Now, what is clause? A clause is a part of a sentence. A clause. What is clause? A clause is a part of a sentence. A clause has a finite verb and a subject. A subject and a finite verb. For example, the teacher said that the earth moves around the sun. The earth is round. The earth is round. Here the teacher said main class that the earth is round subordinate class. Here two classes. The teacher said main class and that the earth is round subordinate class. Because the teacher is a subject, said is a verb. So classes is a part of a sentence. Classes is a part of a sentence. Here are two classes. The teacher said main class that the earth is round subordinate class. Now I clean the board. Mainly clauses are of three kinds. Mainly are of three kinds. Number one, main class. Main class, subordinate class, subordinate class. Number three, coordinate class. Main class is another name is independent class. Independent class. Independent class. Subordinate class is another name is dependent class. Dependent class. So what is main class? A main class has a subject and a finite verb. Subordinate class is a class which is depend on a main class. Main class is another name is independent class. For example, birds fly. Birds fly at 4 o'clock. I met my friend. At 4 o'clock, I met my friend. I am a teacher. I am a teacher. Here are three examples. Birds, subject, fly, verb. So it's called a main class. A main class has one subject and one finite verb. A birds is a subject, fly is a verb. So it is main class. At 4 o'clock is a phrase. At 4 o'clock is a phrase. What is phrase? A phrase is a group of words whereas no subject and finite verb, but it is used in a sentence for particular meaning. I is a subject, met is a verb, my friend is a object. Subject, verb, object. So it's a main class. I is a subject, am is a verb, a teacher is a complement. Complement. So it is a main class. Now I write down in the blackboard the structure of a main class. Now I write down the structure of a structure. The structure of a main class. Main class. With what, without, as. or without phrase. Subject, verb, with or without phrase, with or without phrase, object, object or complement. Complement. Here I write down three examples. The subject, verb. Birds fly. Birds is a subject, fly is a verb. The subject, subject, verb. So it's a main class. It's a main class. Main. It's a main class. At 4 o'clock, I met my friend. At 4 o'clock is a phrase. With phrase. With phrase. With phrase or without phrase. At 4 o'clock is a phrase. With phrase. I is a subject, met is a verb. I is a subject, met is a verb, and my friend is a object. So it's a main clause. The structure of main clause is with or without phrase, subject, verb. With or without phrase, object, complement. So here I is a subject, am is a verb, and teacher is a complement. So subject, verb, complement. So it's a main clause. Main. It's a main clause. I hope that all the students can understand what is main clause. Again, I informed you that the structure of a main clause with or without phrase, subject, verb, with or without phrase, object, complement. Object, complement. Now I describe subordinate clause. What is subordinate clause? Subordinate clause. Sub or net subordinate clause. What is subordinate clause? A clause which is depend on a main clause is called a subordinate clause. Now I write down the structure of a subordinate clause. Connective. Connective, subject, verb, with or without, with or without phrase, with or without phrase, object, object, complement. All the time the subordinate clause start with connective. Subordinate clause start with connective. Connective, then subject, then verb, or with or without phrase, or object, or complement. For example, for example, when I saw a tiger, when I saw a tiger, I ran out. I do not know. I do not know. I do not know where she has has gone. Where she has gone. Dear students, say the board. When I saw a tiger, I ran out. I is a subject, saw is a verb, a tiger is a object. So it's a main class. I is a subject, ran out is a verb, so it's a main class. But already I informed that subordinate class start with connective. Subordinate class start with connective. So when is a connective? When is a connective? Connective, then subject, then verb, then with or without phrase, object or complement. So here when is a connective? So connective plus subject plus verb plus object. So it's a subordinate class. It's a subordinate class. It's a subordinate class and it's a main class. Here I is a subject, not know is a verb. So it's a main class. It's a main class. But where is a connective? Where is a connective? She is a subject, has gone is a verb. So it's a subordinate class. Subordinate class. It's a subordinate class. Subordinate class always start with connective, then subject, then verb, then object or complement. I hope that all the students can understand about class and phrases, mainly subordinate class and principal class. If the student can understand principal class and subordinate class and phrases, then you can be solve the problem very easily. Now I will discuss simple, complex and compound. Simple, complex and compound. Compound. Simple. What is simple sentence? A simple sentence has a subject and a finite verb. Simple sentence. Simple sentence has a subject and a finite verb. Simple sentence is another name is main class or independent class. Main class or independent class. For example, birds fly. Birds fly. Here, birds is a subject and fly is a verb. So, it's a main class. It's a main class. Main class is another name is simple sentence. The structure of main class is with or without phrase. Subject, verb, with or without phrase or object or complement. Already I informed that the simple sentence is another name is main class. So subject, here is a subject and fly is a verb. So it's a main class. So we also called it a simple sentences. The another example, at 4 o'clock At 4 o'clock, I met my friend. I met my friend. At 4 o'clock, I met my friend. Dear student, look at the blackboard. At 4 o'clock, there is no finite verb, so it's a phrase. It's a phrase. It's a phrase. With phrase, subject, verb, object. So it's a simple sentences. Already I informed that the another name is simple sentence is main class. So it's a main class or independent class. Now I discuss compound sentences. Compound sentences. Compound sentence. When two principal clause is connecting by the coordinating conjunction is called a compound sentences. Two principal clause is connected by the coordinating conjunction is called a compound sentences. For example, I am a teacher. I am a teacher. My wife is a housewife. Housewife. Here, I is a subject, am is a verb, a teacher is a object. So it's a principal clause or main clause or independent clause. My wife is a subject. My wife is a subject, is a verb, a housewife is a complement. So it's a main clause. Here two main clause is connecting by the coordinating conjunction is called a compound sentence. I am a teacher and my wife is a housewife. I am a teacher is a principal clause. My wife is a housewife is a principal clause. A two principal clause is connected by the coordinating conjunction and. So this sentence is compound sentence. Compound sentence. Another example. I paid the bill and I had no money in my pocket. I paid the bill. Here, I is a subject, paid is a verb, the bill is a object. So it's a main clause. It's a main clause or independent clause. I had no money in my pocket. It's a main clause because I is a subject, had is a verb, no money in my pocket is a object. So it's a main clause. Here two main clause is connected by the coordinating conjunction and. So it's called a compound sentence. Compound sentence. Called a compound sentence. Now I will discuss about complex sentences. Do you know, dear students, what is complex sentences? A sentence where a complex sentence. Complex sentence. A sentence where has a principal clause and a subordinate clause is called a complex sentences. For example, it is held. It is held is well. It is held is well. Here it is a subject, is a verb, health is a object. So it's a main clause. Which is a connective, is a verb, well is a object. So it's a subordinate clause. So one main clause and one subordinate clause makes a complex sentences. Another example, though he is poor, though he is poor, he is honest. Though he is poor, he is honest. Dear student, look at the board. Though is a connective. Though is a connective, subordinating conjunction. It's called subordinating conjunction. Subordinating conjunction always start the subordinate clause. Subordinate clause. He is a subject, is a verb, for is a complement. So it's called a subordinate clause. Why we call it subordinate clause? Because subordinating conjunction, though, then he is a subject, is a verb, or is a complement. So it's a subordinate clause. And he is a subject, is a verb, honest is a complement. So it's a main clause. One main clause and one subordinate clause makes a complex sentence. I hope that all the student can understand simple, complex and compound sentences. Dear students, now today I will change simple to complex. How can we change simple to complex? Health is well is a simple sentence because health is a subject, is a verb, and wealth is a object. Then we will change simple to complex. Health is well. Complex. It is health. It is health which is wealth. Already I informed that one subordinate clause and one subordinate clause and one principal clause makes a complex sentences. Here it is a subject, is a verb, health is a object. So it's a main clause. It's a main clause. Here which is a subordinating conjunction or connective. Always subordinate clause start with connective. So here which is a connective, is a verb, wealth is an object. So it's a subordinate clause. One subordinate clause and one main clause makes a complex sentences. Say another example, coming home, he began to work. Coming home, it's a phrase. Coming home, it's a phrase. He is a subject, began to work is an object, verb. So it's a simple sentences. Now it change simple into complex. He is a subject, began to work is a verb and object. So it's a main class. It's a main class. Main. Now we'll make a subordinate class. Coming home is a phrase. So this part we will make a subordinate class. Coming home, it indicates a time. So we will use connective or subordinate conjunction when. When. Then subject he. When he came. When he came home. Began is a verb 2, so came is a verb 2. When he came home is a subordinate. Came home. When he came home, he began to work. When is a subordinate in conjunction, he is a subject, came is a verb, home is an object. So it's a subordinate class. He is a subject, began to work is a verb. So it's a main class. It's a main class. One main class and one subordinate class makes a complex sentences. Dear students, we have to know the lot of rules of simple, complex and compound. We know that the lot of rules of simple, complex and compound, but we do not know that's rules. Only we will make a simple, we will make a subordinate class and a principal class. It makes a complex sentences. At the time of reading, he came. At the time of reading is a phrase. At the time of reading is a phrase. He is a subject. Came is a verb. So it's a main class. It's a main class. Now we will make a subordinate class. At the time of reading indicates the time, so we will use subordinating conjunction when. Then when I was reading. When I was reading, he came. He is a subject, came is a verb. So it's a main class. When is a subordinating conjunction or connective, I is a subject, was reading is a verb. So it's a subordinate class. One subordinate class and one main class makes a complex sentences. Next, another example. He works hard to prosper in life. He works hard. Here he is a subject, works hard is a verb. So it's a main class. Main class. To prosper in life. To prosper in life is a phrase. Now we will make this part subordinate class. So we write down he works hard. He works hard so that he can prosper in life. He can prosper in life. Here he is a subject, was is a verb. So it's a main clause. So that is a subordinating conjunction. Then he is a subject, can prosper, can is a verb, prospering like is an object. So it's a subordinate clause. Already I informed that one main clause and one subordinate clause makes a complex sentences. So I hope that all the students can understand these sentences. Now another example. I do not know the reason for his absence. I do not know the reason for his absence. It's a simple sentences. Because I is a subject, do not know is a verb. So it's a main clause. The reasons for his absence is a phrase. The reasons for his absence is a phrase. So this part will make a subordinate clause. Because one subordinate clause and one main clause makes a complex sentences. So I do not know, I do not know, I do not know, I do not know the reasons for his absence. So we use subordinating conjunction why. Why? I do not know why he is absent. I do not know why he is absent. Here I do not know main clause and why he is absent is subordinate clause. One main clause and one subordinate clause makes a complex sentences. So dear students, I hope that all the students can enjoy the class. Now I will finish the class. Bye bye.